Hello, and thanks for watching another episode of ARFCOM News, your source for the finest 2A propaganda brought to you by TNVC.com. Today I want to tell you about how Missouri's new Second Amendment sanctuary law is upsetting the ATF,
the AFT,
why the FPC is suing the state of Texas, why Big Blue is making me feel all tingly, and CMMG's penchant for the bizarre. Let's start this party with the reason the AFT has its knickers in a twist. Missouri recently passed their own Second Amendment sanctuary bill, which prohibits state and local agencies from enforcing federal gun laws, and it looks like the AFT is taking it personally. They recently conducted a surprise raid on Skelton Tactical in Sage Beach, presumably to look for dogs and 15.9-inch barrels, and neglected to notify Camden County Sheriff Tony Helms. While the AFT isn't exactly obligated to notify anyone prior to a raid, LE agencies typically notify each other as a matter of professional courtesy and for safety. I mean, can you imagine how much of a Charlie Fox it would be if a sheriff deputy rolls up on plainclothes agents just as they're stacking up? Sheriff Helms said, "It makes me mad I was not notified. ATF agents were in my office the day before to discuss a separate issue and they did not tell me a thing. Before SAPA, they would have notified me if they were going to be in my county." James Skelton, the owner of Skelton Tactical, says the raid was conducted for numerous violations, including an apparent straw purchase sting. President Poopy Pants said back in June he intends to harass legal gun dealers with relentless ATF raids for the tiniest of paperwork errors, so this raid could be a part of that. Of course, straw sales are substantially more serious than paperwork typos, but I think there's a good chance Skelton drew the attention of agents with errors in his bound book, and then they decided to make it stick with a sting. In any case, the AFT appears committed to their tried and true low-risk approach to policing licensed dealers rather than investigating violent gangs. In related news, we now return to the ongoing coverage of the AFT's investigation of Hunter Biden falsifying his 4473. If you like seeing stuff more than not seeing stuff, take a look at our sponsor, TNVC.com, your source for quality night vision gear to make you the bump in the night. Texas isn't exactly at the top of the authoritarian stepper list, especially since they passed constitutional carry. So why is the Firearms Policy Coalition suing the state of Texas? Because it is unlawful for adults under 21 to bear arms in the Republic of Texas. Adam Kraut, FPC's Senior Director of Legal Operations, said, "While we were glad to see Texans enact constitutional carry for adults over 21 years of age, that bill left us the important task of seeking judicial relief for adults under 21. We look forward to vindicating the rights of our members and all young adults who reside in Texas." In 2013, the NRA unsuccessfully attempted to overturn this prohibition, so the FPC has an uphill battle in front of them. They'll need to argue not just for this case, but for the court to overturn the precedent set back then. If you think they are absolute chads and want to help the FPC to keep doing good deeds, please go to firearmspolicy.org/donate and flip them some caps.
Industry news.
They did it. They finally did it. Big Blue is finally releasing the M&P in best millimeter. It will be available with or without thumb safety and with a 4-inch or 4.6-inch barrel. All models are optics cut and have suppressor height sights. Magazines will hold 15 rounds of holy fire, and in all other regards, it is just like other pistols in the M&P line. You can be assured I will do unspeakable and shameful things to get my sticky mitts on a T&E sample for your enjoyment. MSRP is $654, and no, it doesn't take Glock mags. CMMG is into some weird stuff, and I don't say that to kink shame, just keeping it real. I appreciate their drive to innovate and willingness to make new stuff in oddball calibers, like best millimeter. And even if I don't personally fanboy for the 4.6 by 30 millimeter, I know some people are going to go absolutely apeshit over this new AR from CMMG in 4.6. And I ain't mad at them. 4.6 by 30 millimeter was H&K's answer to the 5.7 by 28 millimeter developed by Fabrique Nationale. Both are intended for use in PDW style weapons and designed for lightweight and low recoil. But while 5.7 is a bit of a boutique cartridge, it is more or less readily available in the US. 4.6 millimeter can be had, but so far as I know, there are currently only 2 factory loads available. One is a 40 grain full metal jacket, the other is a 40 grain soft point, both made by Fiocchi. Hopefully, CMMG's new 4.6 will spur additional manufacturers to produce ammo in this caliber, or you folks to point out all the small shops that I missed down below in the comments. Despite the modified direct impingement gas system, the new CMMG 4.6 is a standard AR except for the barrel and, of course, bolt carrier group, so complete uppers will fit on your standard lower, and CMMG will even be selling the barrels and BCGs on their own, so you can build up a rifle using whichever components you wish. I have to pause here and give mad respect to CMMG for this move. Lots of manufacturers would be inclined to try and keep end users inside of their ecosystem with proprietary parts, but CMMG has made this as compatible as they possibly could. Well played, sirs. Magazine will hold 40 rounds, and MSRP for the complete firearm is $1,400. Well, friends, that's all I have for you today, but before I go, I just want to take the time to remind you to please check and see whether you're still subscribed to our channel. Our robot overlords in the tube of views know what we want better than we could possibly know for ourselves, so they just go ahead and unsubscribe any viewers who watch channels they think express wrongthink, like us. Now, you folks out there in TV land, no censorship makes puppies cry, and Captain America is very disappointed. So, don't forget to check every now and then just to be sure you're still subscribed to us. And while you're at it, make sure you ring that notification bell so you never miss a word of our gun rights propaganda. And if you want to get email alerts for the best deals, projects we're working on, and the hottest stuff you missed on the ARFCOM forums, you'll also find a Linktree link down there in the doobly-doo for our newsletter. And remember, if you want to help us keep bringing you banger content like this, please support the folks who support us. Not only does TNVC.com give you night vision with that cool, refreshing, never bitter taste that goes down smooth, they also have mounts, lights, training, and all sorts of gear to make you the bump of the night. I love you.